We're standing here before a reactivated Adra pillar that was once surrounded by a lot of Naga that thought the people of this island, or rather all of the humans, or human kith rather, would want to destroy the Adra pillar for their own strange reasons. But the opposite is of course true. We just want to know what Eothas is doing, wants to do. They have only left their totems here. We don't know what these totems do. We'll leave them in place, probably. And we've come to a conclusion together with the Naga that we need to work together. So we have made a diplomacy attempt.
Of course.
Why have we done that? Not that we especially like the Naga, but we kind of hate all the other factions around there, exploiting and destroying everything that they can. And maybe the Naga will help us balance this out a little bit. What we want to do now is explore HASONGO further. After the threats are removed. Free the survivors. Find out what they wanted with all the black powder there. Did they want to destroy the Adra tower? The Adra here? Really? Then we need to stop this. Because it might lead to destroy the world, as the Naga have told us from their old stories. Let's have a look. Let's have a look around. There's a lonely cat, though. Colligon. While Colligon is following you around, your area of effect attacks do more damage, and your party's healing potions and abilities are more effective. Well, 5% more healing. 5% damage from area of effect attacks. That's also pretty good. We still got that dog. Let's see. There's spark crackers here. So nothing to be gained from this, but a certainly very impressive sight down here. Let's find out more. As I said, we're gonna keep the Adra totems in place, just in case. Now we need to go directly back to the engine. So the Nagas are going away again. Seemingly. And this is a rather peaceful place again. Find out more soon, I guess. Yes, there's more. Need to find out what they've left behind, too. I've been some sea trolls here as well. If all of them left, I don't know. There's quite a couple of grappling hooks and stuff to be found here.
Keep an eye out.
I'm still not sure what is and what's going on here, so we'll better be careful still. No, theoretically they should have left, but you never know. You never know what exactly will happen.
I'll take care of this.
Seems like they had some money. Need to go back to the engineer and ask him about the black powder plans. He's hiding here, writing down all his works. Because he fears death. Fears his work will be lost. Hey there, Aumaua.
Something? If not, I should focus. So much to do.
Well, okay, we cannot talk to him about this. Let's go back then. Let's go to the survivors then. Oh, we need to also find out if they've left something behind here. Just in case. No, there's not really something. There's nothing, actually. Nothing except some death and destruction.
Scale-bellied cowards! I knew they'd run!
Oh well, Sohira.
Look at our beacon. Even the Colossus couldn't destroy it. And those snakes aren't so tough now, are they?
She looks up at the lighthouse, giddy with relief. Given all that's happened here, you sound extremely confident.
The lighthouse shines again. We survived. It's proof that our people can conquer anything.
Oh my
That
goodness
our
me.
works can survive even here.
She finally turns to you with a broad, triumphant
The
smile.
Hansanui will want to thank you personally for your help here. And she should also know what we're up against.
She has the Dawn Stars and the Creator's footprint. Where can I find him?
She's usually at the Brass Citadel in Nakataka. Though she gets called to the palace often, haggling with the Queen and the Valians.
Actually, I'm headed to Magron's Teeth.
Looking for a real challenge after what you did to those scale bellies?
She laughs, a brittle edge creeping back into her
The only
voice.
thing I know about the place is it's supposedly made of fire. And no one's ever come back from it.
She swallows, fear making hollows of her eye.
But anything can be overcome.
She smiles
Clear
grimly.
skies.
She crosses her forearms over her chest. Can we talk to her? I don't.
What is it?
Once reinforcements arrive, we'll rebuild the walls and double our cannons.
The way to redemption is through the repentance of body and soul. There's a farmer here, and who's that?
Not in much of a mood to talk, if you don't mind.
Yeah, I can see. At least the lighthouse is still standing. And is someone here in here still? I mean, you'd expect that, right? The injured soldier. Best get those bombards repaired, just in case. Are those sticks doing? Now we can take that stuff. They'll be fine without it. And we need everything to feed our rather big crew now. HASONGO. And now we'll go back to Nakataka, it seems. To the Hazanui. And talk to him about all the developments. Or rather, talk to her. That's what I should say. At the Brass Citadel. What's going on here? Really? What in the name of... What is going on? HASONGO is a mound of wreckage on the horizon when you see a dozen junks sailing toward you. Even at this distance, you can tell they are making good speed. One of the ships pulls up alongside yours, and a well-dressed Aumaua man approaches the edge of the deck. You recognize Atsura, the Grand Secretary of the Royal Deadfire Company. It's good to see you again. I see you continue to leave your mark. He's gazing toward HASONGO with a peculiar smile. The adra beacon, visible even here, shines brightly. Nakataka is abuzz with praise for your deeds as well. And what is this about? I want to extend the thanks of the Royal Deadfire Company for what you've done here. He raises one hand toward the Adra beacon. You've restored a valuable asset, whether or not that was your intention. He gives you a quick, sly smile. The others at the palace will want to hear of this, no doubt, and you may as well take credit while the deed is fresh. There's no time. Eothas went to the Ashen Moor in Magron's Teeth, so I must follow. It's as though a cold wind has blown over the deck. At the mention of Mugran's teeth, the Rawataian sailors stare at you in shock and horror. Those who are not frozen, with their mouths agape, are whispering fearfully amongst themselves. Azura silences them with an unreadable glare. He turns back to you with a brittle smile that does not reach his eyes. Forgive my compatriots. Mugran's teeth is a volcanic chain along the northeastern edge of Deadfire. It is also among the most treacherous places in the archipelago. He casts a glance back at the anxious sailors. The waters around it are patrolled by giants said to be born of Mugran's own volcanoes. Even our well-armed ships do not venture there. He tilts his head in apology. But I suspect Queen Onakaza could direct you to Ashen Moor if you're set on going there. Or the more reason to visit her palace, he smiles cryptically. At any rate, I have much to attend to, and it seems you do as well. Clear skies, Captain Kevaver Forgedawn. Azura nods as his crew makes ready to sail once more. And the renegades of Punk sail on. What was that? My goodness me. Let's go to Nikataka, definitely. Let's also have a look if we can... There's Rafik, the Red Beard. Because we have some bounties, you see. But Rafik, the Red Beard, is not one of them. Something called Hurangi. Well, anyways, we'll go back to Nikataka. Who is that? Oh, Royal Deadfire Company. Alright, alright. Can we explore something while we're... No, not really. Not on the way to Nikataka. Well, then we'll not do it. Okay. What is happening?
You blink and find yourself standing in the knee-high grass of an endless field, with the day just falling into dusk. Then, the earth falls away. The wind ceases, and you are sent tumbling up into the dark of the sky.
Watcher.
The voice of the Pallid Knight shakes the earth at your feet. You have returned to Bareth's realm. Your soul once more called to attend the wishes of the God of Death.
Ah, this shit again.
You can't be certain, but you think you might see the barest hint of a smile tugging at the edges of the Pallid Knight's lips.
Once again, you have spoken with the Child of Light. Tell me what you have learned.
I have nothing new to report.
My patience is not infinite, and your soul is but one breath in a hurricane that I control.
She closes the gap between you in a blink. This near, you realize the God of Death has a smell. Like dust and ozone. Petrichor and cold, cold steel.
We'll say nothing.
Every time you defy me, I grow further inclined to disassemble your soul and scatter your essence to the farthest corners of the beyond once the task I have assigned you is complete. So have a care, Watcher.
And we have no choice but to say he makes for Mugran's teeth.
The Pallid Knight stares past you, pensive.
Wow, attend. Tell me what your many eyes perceive.
Her words ring out, and a heavy silence descends. In the silence breaks the murmur of countless voices. They speak all at once in languages both known and unknown to you. In the space beside Bareth, an eye blinks open, followed fast by several more. They are round, keen eyes of Kith, the slit eyes of snakes, the small, dark marbles of birds, the bulbous lanterns of deep-sea fish.
Here we are.
A figure walks through the cloud of eyes as one might step through a door. It is an Orlan, then a Pale Elf, an Ocean Human, a Naga. Each of them eyeless.
What monstrosity is that?
They are Wow.
Illusions, cryptography, dreams and visions, a mystery. Creating and unraveling mysteries,
This is the first interesting thing to happen in ages, and we do so love a riddle.
The figure wears an Aumawa's grin, and the many voices beneath its own titter.
Yes, it's so interesting when hundreds of Kith die, so Eothas can take a stroll.
Some things must be lost to be found again. You knew that once, when you buried my scroll beneath the earth in Black Meadow. But it seems you have forgotten. We have read the book of your life, Watcher. It is heavy with the weight of your choices, and its pages are not unmarred by the blood of others. You read, but on a smaller scale. We see between the strings of the world, and Eothas is there, strumming them like a lute. His tongue is still, yet he sings of a coming joy. What tune he plays, we do not know. It is complex, ever shifting. One moment vibrating in harmony, the next in discord.
A man strides through the door to Bareth's realm. Behind him lope wolves with lolling tongues, and jungle cats whose long tails twitch with every step. Galawain, the changeling, arrives, and he brings with him the wild heart of Eora's untamed places. Fast on Galawain's heels, a small wave of seawater washes across the tiles. It pours off the edge of the platform and cascades down into the beyond. From out of the water rears a glowing lure, then the head of a gigantic fish. The round black eyes of Andra roll to meet yours.
Eothas is nothing if not resourceful. I admire his nerve.
In the changeling's voice, you hear the soft patter of rain on leaves and the rush of wind through treetops.
Aren't you worried?
No. He is a creature of the pack, left long alone. Without our strength behind him, he is weak. If his journey leads him back to us, he has proved himself worthy of return to the fold.
Eothas does not return to us. He returns to execute some grand plan. We must stop him.
Andra's
voice rises like a tide, panic riding its crest. The doors lining the walls of Bareth's realm slam open in unison. Warped pieces of ancient armor and the remnants of discarded weapons roar through the doorways. They meet in the center of the room, in a shower of sparks, and form the vague figure of a man. Finally, a blacksmith's sledge hurtles past your shoulder, and the figure snatches it from the air. A man forged in metal stands before you. Twin flames ignite in his eyes, and a low rumble starts in his chest. He walks forward. With each halting, jerky step, you're assaulted with the unbearable screech of metal grinding upon metal.
We should destroy Eothas, that we might reforge him into something new, something stronger. He could be a weapon that all of us might wield.
Abaddon's words carry the heat of the forge. Behind them, you hear the clang and clatter of hammer on metal, and the hiss of just quenched steel.
Abaddon speaks with wisdom.
The other gods don't seem too concerned.
He violates not their realms, but mine. I feel his urgency in every stamp of his feet along my spine. I will send tsunamis to slow him, if Mogren would stir the earth beneath Mogren's teeth.
The water at your feet recedes. Lava oozes up through the shallow water, and a woman made from the guts of the earth emerges. She settles her characteristic broadsword on her shoulder and sighs a cloud of smoke and ash. Mogren returns.
In the age when our steps carved valleys across the face of Eora, our bodies were impervious to all but the strongest attacks. I doubt fire and water will be enough to stop him, but I will bear down upon Eothas with all the heat and fury of the earth. If I must.
Thousands of Kith will die, you know that?
The death of thousands now could prevent the death of millions later.
But you don't know if you'll save millions. You might kill thousands for absolutely nothing.
Dark, inky tears fall from Andra's eyes.
Sacrifices of the few protect the futures of the many. You cannot let your petty mortal feelings blind you to the urgency of the dilemma Eothas has thrust upon us.
My petty mortal feelings are the only reason your wrists don't chafe in Boudica's shackles.
You will mind upon whose ground you tread.
The Pallid Knight watches you with keen, predatory eyes.
Yeah, we're trying uppity.
The deep, bellowing cry of an aurochs shakes the ground beneath your feet. The cry drones on and on, a moan without end. Wal's many eyes squeeze shut. Andra slips back beneath her waves. Magrin dissipates in a swirling cloud of steam. Galawain's beasts cower and whine. Only the Pallid Knight stands impassive.
My end comes to all things in time. Should Eothas care to hasten the inevitable, I welcome his efforts.
What could Eothas possibly gain by destroying Eora?
Eothas seeks a slate wiped clean. Freedom from the endless revolutions of Barath's wheel. The final emancipation of the countless stolen mortal lives the gods hoard within themselves.
The Child of Light will not choose the hour of my death.
Magrin tests the edge of her broadsword with a smoldering finger.
He sows chaos in his longing for a radiant dawn. So much will be lost in the cacophony of fear his actions inspire.
The crack of thunder rends the air. The gods fall silent.
We can wait no longer to act. Speak with him, Watcher. Discover what it is he plans.
Well, it's not like I have a choice.
To live is a choice, and you yet draw breath. Drink deep of the air, Watcher. We have work yet to do.
The warmth of the Pallid Knight's breath blows soft on the back of your neck, though she stands nowhere near you. Water begins to creep across the floor. It swells, runs swiftly, and catches at your ankles. You scrabble at the tiles, but it's no use. The current's pull drags you off the edge of Barath's realm, and into the fathomless beyond. You splash down in water so dark you can't see the bottom. Then, the water recedes, gone like a dream upon waking. The hard wood of your cabin's floor presses against your spine. The gods are gone, but you remain.
Something to think about. The gods fear him. He wants to kill the other gods, but he might kill all the mortals as well. We are alone now, and it's time to make a short pause. Have a great time until next time, and happy gaming. This is Simon Khan signing out. See you soon, my friends, and happy gaming. Have a great time until next time.